It's that time again. Yeah. Ya es la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención, class is in session. Tune in for an hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching shit. Everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit, yeah. That mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. There's one interpretation, man, it say what it say. Ya viene el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel unido en Cristo para la vida, nunca se divida. Tune in, it's the power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah. Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. The 11th hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no mystery. Power hour. The 11th hour. You gonna get your history. The 11th hour. Power hour.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. I'm Officer Zara.
Officer Caleb, Soldier Zara.
All praise to the Most High. Welcome, Israel. Happy Sabbath, man. It's good to have y'all here. So look, the name of this title of this class, what is it? Care for Thy House. So, yes, Care for Thy House, right? So, the reason why I had going over this is because I had watched a YouTube video, right? A YouTube video. It's like a whole YouTube channel where this dude he interviews a bunch of people like in the world, right? You have prostitutes, strippers, just different people, right? Drug addicts. And so he interviews a couple of prostitutes, and we're gonna watch a couple of those videos, and we're gonna see pretty much what happened to those people early on in their life when they were children, right? And then we're gonna see like the development of why they're doing what they're doing now, right? But hey, let's get that first article. We'll get that first article, right? It's by the All Research Journal, Broken Family. Yeah. Can you read that for me, Soldier?
Yes, sir. This is International Journal of Applied Research.
Well, he sounded distorted.
Yes.
Just throwing it out there.
Broken family.
You might be talking a little too close.
Okay.
Its causes and effect on the development of children. Rusk Sana Saika.
Yeah.
Abstract. Family is a basic unit of society.
So it started with the family is the basic unit of society, right? Give me that definition of society, right? Family is the basic unit of society. So even people in the world, they understand that family it's like the foundation of a community, right? That's where society means. It says read that for me.
Definition of the word society. The aggregate of people living together in a more or less ordered community.
Get the synonyms?
Synonyms. The community, the public, the people, the general public. Association, club, group, band, circle, fellowship, body, guild.
Right? You got order, union, brotherhood, right? Institution. Right, so go ahead and go back to the article, right? It says the family is the basic unit of society, right? And we understand that right now that marriage, when you have marriages and kids, we understand that that's the foundation of a relation, of the community, right? Of the community. So we understand that it's very important, right? So we have to make sure that the spouses have to make sure that we're grounded in everything, right? Making sure that we keeping the commandments, not railing for railing with each other, not going back and forth with just any thing, right? Not bringing certain sins in the house to where the kids will be able to see that. We're not supposed to be doing that. You had something, officer?
No, go ahead.
All right, so go ahead and read that for me.
This is the most essential component of a country. A home is that where a family lives. No one wants to lose the secure feeling that a family provides. No matter how ideal a family in the terms of their relationship, there are still hardships and misunderstandings that will come along the way. It is just part of any relationship anyway. But that sad part is that when one of the family members gave up and the others have no choice but to accept and let go, thus the family starts to be broken. A broken?
Yeah, that helped out.
My mic went out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all look. Go ahead.
A broken home can disrupt and confuse a child's world. Broken family is a major problem of society that should be given enough attention. This paper seeks to explore the ways and means through which a positive relationship in a family could be established.
So understand that this class right here, what we're going over, is for everyone in the body, right? If you single, you know, you got to prepare if you want to get married, right? And if you already married, look at this and understand that. Apply this to yourselves right now. Like, what are you doing in your relationship at home, right? What are you teaching your child? Are you teaching your kids an evil lesson, right? Or even your spouse, right? This is something that's very important because, you know, you hear certain things weekly about what people going through in their house, right?
That's right.
How they're treating their kids or how they're treating their spouses. So this is very important. And I see also with the first part we had read, it was talking about how one spouse can be selfish, right? A spouse can be selfish and detriment in the whole house, right? So that's a lot of times, you know, we end up being selfish to where we don't want to do certain things in the house, or you tired of the other spouse because you tired of arguments, whatever. There's a cause and effect to everything, right? And so that cause is going to end up affecting that whole household, right? Go ahead. Well, no, you had some? Go ahead.
Mind if I say something? Because, you know, at the start of the article, it says the family is a basic unit of society. So that's is saying that the family is the most essential component. This is very important in building that society.
Right.
And if you notice in our communities, the family is of no value, really and truly. And that's really the start of all of our issues in terms of our lack of society that we do have. You know, lack of order and structure, because we don't value, we don't have a value to that family. And that's the same reason why that one spouse could say, hey, you know what, I'm done, I'm quit, because there's no value.
Yeah, don't understand the importance.
The importance,
of it, right?
exactly.
How it affects your kids and your kids' kids.
Absolutely.
It affects the whole nation, right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, okay, I got a part from a book.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Afniel, give me that book. They stole it. You must return it. It's I sent it to you on Telegram. It's chapter 2.
Yeah, I'm downloading it all right now.
All right. Hey, go ahead and start.
So I do want to pull out one point.
Go ahead.
Philippians 2 and 4, because you said the selfishness.
Yes, sir.
And that's true in marriage, where it becomes about me and you not looking at we. It's never just about you, right? So Philippians 2 and 4.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 4. Look not every man on his own things.
It's not just about you. Come on.
But every man also on the things of others.
Isn't it about others? Don't you want Christ to look on you? Do you want Christ to just, I'm about myself? No, he died for the whole nation of Israel.
Yes, sir.
Read one more time.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Come on.
Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
That's when you have a love for your people, love for your wife, your children. You looking on the things of others. It's not just about you.
Right.
That's all that.
Hey, if you think about it, let's go basic, right? Let's think about like the man, what he does in the house, right? Say if he's not paying attention to the kids, or say if he's just focus on like games, or focus on anything that's not trying to build up their own house, right? They focusing on themselves, right? And so you gotta read the next scripture.
Verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which also was in Christ Jesus.
So Christ had that same mind to look after everyone else, right? He wasn't focused on himself. So obviously, if you're looking after your own self, you don't have Christ in you, right?
That's right.
Right. So think about it. If Christ did not have, if Christ didn't look on the things of others, do you think he would have did what he did for us?
No.
Exactly.
No. He came with a mission and knew what he had to do, right? He had the law established in his mind, right?
Absolutely.
You had the book.
Okay, whenever he get it. I don't know if he got it yet.
You got that book for him, Othaniel?
You said you wanted chapter 2, right?
Yeah, it's they stole it. You must return it. It says chapter 2, the black family.
There it is.
Can you see it?
What's the name
Okay,
of
get the book.
Yes,
Get the
sir.
book real quick, so they know what it is. Excuse my little stupid predecessor. This is new. This is when I was new. They ain't on point. Yeah, don't even look at that. Get the name of the book.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, it's like the first. There you go. Okay. This book is called They Stole It, But You Must Return It. It's a good book by a black author, so he's definitely a critical thinker. So come on. And he dives into mindset from slavery to today.
Okay.
How we still acting out these same roles. So get that. Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. The black family. The family is the most important social unit in any society.
That's what y'all just was reading.
Yes, sir.
It's a government. What Bishop say? You know, your household is like a government. Come on.
A healthy family experience is important for one to develop and maintain social and mental health.
Why is that important? Because they have a saying out here that says more is caught than taught. When you have children, they're going to acknowledge how you. Give me that real quick. Psalm 22:16.
So like monkey see, monkey do.
Proverbs 22:16.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me get this. It says, a healthy family experience is important for one to develop, maintain social and mental health. But if he's growing up in dysfunction,
Right.
well, how is he going to be in society? Dysfunction. Come on.
This is the book of Proverbs 22 and verse 16. He that oppresseth...
No, where is it? 6. Is it 6? Train up a child.
Yeah, that's 22 and 6. Yep. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
How do we train up children? They see what they see, your actions.
Right.
Because a lot of parents say, "Do as I say and not as I do,"
Yeah.
but your actions speak louder. So that's why it's a healthy thing, and it's one of the most important things because this is what they're being fed coming up.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, can you get the rest of that real quick?
I'm going to finish reading this one.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Most people's lifestyle is based off their upbringing.
That's right.
And a lot of times they never recover out of that. If you had drug addict parents or whatever your background, if your dad was Big Meech or something like that, you want to live the dope boy lifestyle.
Right.
Absolutely.
They got a movie like that's called Caged Animal. Remember when his father came on prison? He like, why you still not the gangster that I knew about? Because that's the kind of lifestyle he was living. Go ahead.
Right.
Hey, you know it's crazy too about that saying, "Do as I say, not as I do." Man, that's heavy because a lot of people, we always hear that growing up. We always heard it, but if you really think about it, it's false. It's a false narrative. Like, do as I say, not as I do. Right? Because you gonna the kids are gonna end up following what the parents do. Like you was just saying, man.
It don't matter what you say.
No, I don't.
What they gonna live is what they see.
So the parents definitely gotta make sure we walking on, be cautious of what we do every day, man. For real. Because like monkey see, monkey do, they always copying it. Go ahead.
All right. It gives one the sense of belonging. Family members have a bond sealed by common blood.
You know what? Hold up. It gives one what?
A sense of belonging.
But if your father was there, how you gonna feel? I don't belong. Hey, nobody wants me. Nobody cares about me.
Right. They don't feel that comfort.
Go ahead.
Family members have a bond sealed by common blood.
That's it. He get to going on
All
that
right.
last sentence. But okay, that's all I wanted from that.
Go back to that article. The article of broken family. It causes and effects on the development of children. Yes, sir. Introduction.
Excuse me. All right. You want to highlight for me so I could follow easier? Thank you. Family introduction. Family is said to be the first institution where one starts to equip oneself to grow. But differences have been found to each family. Having a healthy and happy family is what everyone's dream. But many could not succeed it. due to different problems, the healthy families have been broken up as well. When unwanted things are coming up, many families have been broken and the members are separated.
So let's say if you one of the spouses, they end up leaving, or just certain things, like drugs, or if one of them dies, right? That plays a part. Go ahead.
This is a tragic happening out of unrestricted reasons as well as unfortunate reasons.
Hey, can I say something on that?
Go ahead,
It's definitely a reason why, right? Go to Isaiah 33:6.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You got it.
It says the family, why is it broken? We're going to show you why it's broken, because it's not on no stability. Isaiah 33:6. And Othniel, can you put a definition of stable too? But go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
A broken family, that's not stable. So can I get what stable means? It says it's going to be the stability. You want to come from a stable household, have a stable family.
That's right.
Let's see. It said wisdom.
Right.
We're going to get what wisdom is too.
Right, bring it out.
What do that? Read the first one, the very first one.
Definition of the word stable.
Of an object.
Of an object or structure, not likely to give way or overturn.
What is it? What's the next part?
Firmly fixed.
It's not broken, not easily broken.
All right.
That's right.
Because of wisdom, it said wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. One more. Let me get another one.
Want to get the similarity?
Yes. Yeah, get that.
It says firm, solid, steady, secure,
We don't come from secure backgrounds. Come on.
fixed, strong.
What?
Strong,
Come on.
fast, stout, sturdy, safe.
Safe. That's definitely we come from unsafe backgrounds because what is safety? Proverbs 21:31. Really quick.
We don't have that wisdom and knowledge. These laws, for sure. We ain't got them in our family, so that's why we ain't stable.
This is a book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse
31.
The horse is prepared against the day of battle,
But what?
but safety is of the Lord.
It keep going back to this Bible. This is the foundation, and that's what we don't have. That's why our families are broken. That's all I had.
All right, let's go back to the article. All right.
When we say broken family,
When we say broken family, it is not distinct and strange things, rather common and experiencing problems in and around us. Family life is in crisis when some problems arouse and which causes separation of the members in the families, which is simply called broken family.
go down to the next part. Causes of broken family. Read that.
Causes of broken family. Parents divorce. In any time, anywhere, and anyhow, divorce is not healthy for the family life. But it happens. Divorce is claimed to be the main reason behind broken family. The common disputes between a husband and a family and a wife are the financial issues.
Hey, if you just think about it, man, if we didn't have these laws, man, if we didn't have these laws to where, like, the divorce laws and all that, think about it, like, us as a society already, even just us right now, right? All the divorces that we happen because we tired of our wife or our husband, right? Just think about that effect that it keep going over and over. Like, we already doing it in the world, our people, right? So it's crazy, man, to think about, like, these laws are actually what here to save us, right?
Yeah.
The difference is their foundation is different. Our foundation is actually the scriptures today.
Right.
In the world, what is our foundation? Finances, what you can achieve. Those are the foundation that our people have. And when one of those foundation fractures, that's when that family is going to crumble.
Right.
Because now, mommy don't know how to deal with the problems. Likewise, dad, because of that fracture in what they have grown up to,
They didn't
what
see
they
that
have put their
example.
whole existence in.
Yeah.
The Willie Lynch letter.
Exactly. But we today, using the scriptures as our foundation, now we know how to actually maneuver and fix each of our problems. Because those things that they hold dearly and dearly out there is no longer your main focus. But your main focus is now the laws of the Most High.
And this happens because what does it say? It made me think about the disciples. I mean, the Pharisees when they asked, "Is it lawful to put it away for every reason?"
Right.
Because that's in the word they say irreconcilable differences. It may not even been infidelity. It's just I'm tired of them. I can't deal with them.
Right.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because the amount of divorces that I have seen, amongst celebrities that have been getting posted over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's at least 10.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
And like Officer Caleb said, they always say irreconcilable difference. If you've been married for 14 years, when can you not work out with each other?
right.
Man.
It's selfishness.
Exactly.
One of the first things we talked about. You're not thinking about. You're just thinking about yourself. You ain't thinking about. Let me get Judith 8:24. Let me get that. Judith 8 and verse 24. How we should be thinking.
All right.
I sit up and think about that as a father, being an example, even to your wife. You brought out, don't be an evil. Teach your wife an evil lesson. How can you do that? By what you're showing.
Action.
Right. Yeah. Actions.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 8 and verse 24.
Uh-huh.
Now, therefore, O brethren, let us shew an example to our brethren. Let us shew an example to our brethren.
This is how we used to roll when we had the Bible. It was always about leaving an example.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Because their hearts depend upon us.
The children, their hearts depend upon us. They need to come from that healthy background, seeing how a father should interact with the mother, seeing how the mother should interact with the father.
Right.
These are things they need because their heart depend upon us. If they don't get it from us, Esau gonna teach your kids, and they gonna teach them prison. They gonna be in the prison system.
Right.
That's right.
I grew up with my mama, man. You can, it's hard, growing up and then you get a wife and then, how to treat her and all that.
Right.
Like, especially before there's truth, you don't know nothing,
No.
right? And guess what? All praise for this truth because now I'm able to be a husband, right? I'm
All
understanding what to do and what not to do, right?
Right.
It plays a big part, man, for real.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
All right,
Divorce is claimed. Go do that second. Yeah.
All right. Divorces is claimed to be the main reason behind broken family. The common disputes between a husband and a wife are the financial issues, sexual misunderstanding, early marriage, teen pregnancy, education, health problems, etc.
So most of those issues can be, figured out if it was communication involved in the relationship, right?
Right.
Because you have financial issues where, of course, you're gonna be tried, right? You're
Right.
gonna be tried. So guess
Absolutely.
what? Your marriage, you want it to go through the fire so y'all can grow together, right? You don't want to be selfish to where the husband or whatever is not supporting me well enough, or
Right,
I'm not
right.
getting certain things like I want a certain Birkin bag or whatever,
Exactly.
whatever it may be, right? So whatever designer clothing, whatever it is, right?
Our people don't know how to live within their means either.
Right.
So,
Y'all was just talking about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, wait, I got a question though. What is that sexual misunderstanding though?
Hey, that's part of
One-
miscommunication.
One's not happy. One's not being pleasant.
Right. Well, the Most High says, if the foundation is, hey, your body's not yours,
Right.
her body's not hers,
Right.
then there wouldn't be no
Due
misunderstanding
benevolence
whatsoever.
right there. Due
That's
benevolence.
right.
Oh, thank you. You had something? I thought you said something.
Above all that, if thou wouldest get a friend,
I'm going there.
okay,
Right.
That's
all
what.
praises.
That's what. I want that a friend cannot be known.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so early marriage, teen pregnancy, education, health problems, etc.
Okay.
When the parents get divorced, usually either of them or sometime both of them leave home. Then the absence of either or both the parents will affect the family administration. Then family becomes broken. Divorce is the hardest challenge that can happen to a couple, especially if they have kids. It is painful for the husband and wife to finally end their marriage, but they are two matured individuals who are strong enough to handle changes in their lives. The impact of this turn of events in a family's life is more devastating on the children.
You got that scripture?
I want to
Go ahead.
say something on that
Go ahead.
about the divorce, right? Because
Yeah.
as you was reading it again, I just thought it said, All these problems come from divorce, right?
Yes.
Let's see how you solve divorce. Mark 10:9. This is why so many divorces out here. I hope y'all single sisters and divorced sisters listening to this, and brothers, come on.
This is the book of Mark.
This is why it didn't work.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 10 and verse 9. What therefore God hath joined together.
No, what lust joined together?
What therefore God hath joined together.
What has Bentley joined together?
What God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
God didn't go ahead.
No, go ahead.
God didn't join y'all together. Your lust joined y'all together.
High value man.
Yeah, your high value.
Yeah.
Her looks, so she had the perfect shape. She had the hourglass shape. God didn't join y'all together.
Misplaced values.
Misplaced. There you go. Misplaced value. What you got? I see you guys.
No, that's Sirach that you were talking about.
Prove a friend.
Prove a friend 6.
I read it. Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Because that would have solved a lot of the problems.
Bring it up.
Because then you would have gotten someone who is on that same mindset as you in terms of foundation being the scriptures. You understand? Especially for us today, being in this truth. Our foundation is always going to be on this Bible right here. And when you prove in that friend, when you prove in that brother or sister, you want to make sure that brother or sister, their foundation is the word of God.
Exactly.
And then those issues of divorce, those are out the window. Now, then those out the window, broken families, you're going to have a reduction in those broken families within our society.
This is what happened when you don't go according to God's counsel. When you want to go outside of this, that safety that we brought out, this is the results you get when you don't listen to God and what
stableness.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Psalm 127:1. You made me think of it when you were just talking.
What was you going to say, Nathaniel?
I was just going to say a lot of people don't want to have that conversation to make sure that they're on the same page. Like, what are your finances like? What's your credit score? You know, what type of future do you see for yourself? They jump and go straight into the lust every single time.
How about this, Othniel? What commandments are you keeping?
Right.
Do you believe in God?
Yo,
Do you know who you are?
absolutely.
Come on.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 127 and verse 1. Except the Lord.
It said what?
Except the Lord.
So only if
The Lord built the house, they labor in vain.
So if God don't build the house, what happens?
They labor in vain that build it.
What goes in the household? Your family, the children, the husband and wife. It say except God build the house. What?
They labor in vain that built it.
It's to no avail. It's not going to work.
Damn.
Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain.
Okay, that's it.
Because that city is the extension of the household.
Oh yes,
Yeah, go right after that marriage part.
That's
there.
right.
Go ahead, scroll to yeah. Do that parental or friends influence. Read that part. Scroll over.
Parental or friends influence. Another reason why a family has broken up is because of parental or friends influence. When a third party has involved itself in the matter inside the home, bad mouthing will just likely to happen, and misunderstanding will only grow worse.
Damn.
Everyone has friends. We used to share our problems with them, but there can be negative impact. To whom we thought helps will come, another unexpected advice may come.
Hey, we got to get that. You know what that is?
Go ahead.
Give me Sirach 19:22 really quick. Because a married sister will be getting counsel from a single brother.
Yeah.
I mean, a single woman. And a married brother go get counsel from his player friend. What advice is he going to give you? Is it going to profit your marriage?
Yeah.
A person in the world once told me, he said, don't take advice from nobody that's not successful in what they're giving, in what the advice they're trying to give.
Right.
Come on.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
So if you're getting it from a wicked person, there's not going to be any wisdom. Come on.
Neither at any time,
Hey, what time?
neither at any time, the counsel of sinners prudence.
It's not going to help you. The counsel of sinners is not going to be prudent. There's no longevity in it. It's not going to help your marriage.
That's right.
Hey, that's like even in the body too. A sister that's proving a brother, a single sister that ain't proving nobody, trying to give her counsel on what she should and shouldn't do.
Right.
Like,
Or-
no.
You know your marriage is out of order and you're trying to give counsel to somebody. Brother, get the beam out your own eye and get your situation together before you try to give counsel to somebody.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, that made me think about that movie, Deliver Us from Evil.
That's a
All
code.
the
Yes.
all the sisters married or engaged, but they getting counsel from the bitter single sister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Give
They
me,
go ahead, Austin.
Go ahead.
No, that's all.
Get Sirach 37:7.
Yes, sir.
Sirach 37:7. Like y'all was just saying, right? We have to make sure we beware of counselors, right?
That's right.
And so, I don't know if y'all recently it's been in the news where they trying to counsel Tiffany Haddish, right? And so there was I guess a movie, like a film that she had acted in, and so she has a son or whatever, and so she has a brother, I think it was, or something like that, and so the uncle, and so she has Tiffany Haddish, whatever, who she's playing, her son is staying with the uncle, right? And so that uncle is actually molesting the child, right? And I'm bringing this up because it's gonna hit with what we bring out later on as well too, because we have to make sure who we counseling around, who we bring people into our houses as well. That plays a part as well. We get that.
We have to be careful of who we say is a friend.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
You know, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 7. Every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that counseleth for himself. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon thee.
So we have to make sure that we beware of counselor, whoever we taking advice from. Like you were just saying, we have to make sure we being careful with that for real. Because even like read different articles about how Esau teach their kids or whatever. Look, the Bible already gave you advice on how to raise your kids.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So we have to make sure we stick into this and not following different methods of teaching that Esau teaches us as well.
That's right.
And you know, it's so silly. This is a silly mindset. Our sisters, you're married, you're telling a single sister how to sex. Oh, girl, he hitting it right.
Yeah.
And she's going to counsel you about that marriage so she could be with your man.
Right.
She's no longer going to be single. She's like, you don't see the value in him? I'm about to snatch him up.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Hey, let's read verse 1 and verse 2 as it same Sirach,
Sirach
chapter
chapter
37.
37 and verse 1. Every friend saith, I am his friend also. But there is a friend which is only a friend in name.
That's that friend right there that comes in, give you advice, wicked advice to do what? Destroy your marriage.
Destroy your house. Yeah.
Yeah, read on.
Is it not a grief unto death when companion and friend is turned to an enemy?
Because now your friend has become your enemy. Your spouse also has become your enemy.
Yeah.
So the Most High is on point.
Hey, and brothers got to check that spirit too of their rib and make sure that their rib's not doing that, like taking that outside advice from a single sister or a troublesome sister. Like several of us have had to check that spirit before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do 1 Timothy 5 and 14 say? How our young women should be.
Let's get it.
Should they be loose with their mouth when they speaking on their marriage? This is a sacred thing. This is honorable in the sight of God. Yes, you're supposed to get counsel, but it say have one counsel of 1,000, right? Every sister shouldn't be in y'all business. Come on.
First of all, if you're married, who's your counselor?
The first one be your husband.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5. You said 14?
Yes, sir.
Verse 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry,
Okay.
bear children,
Okay.
guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
How are you doing that? Because you're keeping your tongue. You're not being loose with your lips.
That's right.
You're not telling everybody your business, what's going on in your family.
Yes, sir.
Go back to the article. Scroll down a little bit for me to the next part. Go ahead, read just a little bit of that.
Problems faced
No, go down a little bit more. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
to the children. Children are the ones who suffer most of broken family. The immediate effect has been shot upon them. When a couple split up, it is the children that are greatly affected, scarring them physically, emotionally, and socially. Children are supposed to grow up in a healthy family where they could receive love, care, and concern from their parents. However, in the broken family, from where children would get such love and care, it is therefore... Oh, wow. What happened there? However, in the broken family, from where children would get such love and care. It is therefore children of the broken family are normally growing up with having low and bad manner. Children who make problem, rivalry, and discontentment in the school or other gathering place are usually from the broken family.
So usually when you see like a child that's a baby
Disruptive.
kid or acting crazy, disruptive, like you saying, it's part why because of a broken family, right? They don't have that the parental guidance in the house going on, right? You don't have that father, disciplining the child, right?
Right.
So that plays a big part. So we see that all the time. Even when we was growing up, we see kids acting crazy, right?
Right.
You see that. Go ahead.
Most of children admitted in the remand home or other special centers, other social centers, due to some serious mistakes, are brought up from broken family where there is no proper administration
And that's where the father comes in, Reed.
and proper living standard. Broken family is followed by financial problems generally. That is why there are more tendencies for children to do stealing and robbing.
Yeah, keep reading.
A broken home can make a child insecure. Insecure in a sense that he no longer had a complete family he can call his own. For a child's mind, a family is composed of a father, mother, and children. And living without either his father or mother will create fear and insecurities in him.
All right, we're gonna come back to this, but go to that video I had sent you. Let's see which one I want. It's two of them. Let me see. Do the first one. Do the other one. Yeah. Play this one. So this is like what I was telling you earlier about this guy. He interviews different prostitutes, different people, right? Different drug addicts, things like that, right? So he also interviews girls that are underage that are prostitutes as well. And so this is one of them right here. So let's go and play it right here. And this is a product of a broken family. This is an example of what happens when your kids are a broken family where they end up maybe being adopted, right? Or anything, right? Go ahead.
Y'all notice her race too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Judah.
Yes.
Kelly, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Los Angeles. I mainly grew up on the east side and more so in like foster care, different cities, but mostly LA. I was born in LA.
Foster home at what age?
My first time ever going foster care, I was about 2 months, and it was because my mother had called DCFS on herself for abusing me. I was told it was postpartum depression, on top of her already.
Your mom called child services on herself.
She called child services on herself because she would like abuse me. My grandma told me stories how she would abuse me as a baby. Like I have pictures of me with black eyes at 2 months, you know. And so basically that's the first time I ever got to go at 2 months. And then my grandma got me.
Wow.
But I was still in the system. She got me system-wise.
Got it. And how was your childhood, generally?
It was pretty bad, but at the same time, like, I was always the type of person that tried to make, like, you know, I like to laugh a lot. I laughed a lot.
Hey, real quick, she still looked like she no older than like 17 or 18 years old.
She underage, if I remember correctly, bro. She underage. I think she had a kid, if I remember correctly, bro.
Wow. Like you can tell by her like the way that she's answering the questions that she's still real young.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she young. She underage, man. Hey, and she not the only one, man. Go ahead and play it though.
But I mean, my childhood was pretty tragic.
What kind of stuff? Abuse?
I've been abused, I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been tortured.
At what age?
My first time ever being raped, I was 5.
By who?
My foster parent, he raped me, and the foster mom, she knew, but she didn't care. That's what it looked like.
So she was raped at 5, right, by the foster dad. Raped at 5 by the foster dad. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Got
Well,
proven. in
Give me
court.
Deuteronomy 28, bro.
You know,
Curse when you come in. Let me get that.
yeah.
It's crazy, man. 5 years old. 5 years old.
Well, you can get verse 15.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Okay.
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes.
What's one of the commandments? It say, thou shalt not commit adultery. More than likely she come from out of wedlock. That's a commandment of God. That's one law. If we kept that, this whole situation wouldn't even be.
Yep. I seen like her mom was a single mom. It seems.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on.
Continue.
Yeah.
Which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee.
Misfortunes, bad things is going to come upon you. So what's one of the bad things? Let's see if this is the match. This Bible. Come on.
Verse 19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in,
When you're born,
and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
that's our lifestyle. She was cursed coming. She was only 2 months coming in the world. You
That's
getting
right.
beat by your mother. Your mother left you. Now you getting raped by your quote unquote father.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
man, that's crazy.
And that's the norm for a lot of people, bro. That's the norm for
real
a
talk.
lot of people,
Real
man,
talk.
going through that for real. Go ahead and keep playing.
And, you know, because of the resilience of our people, because they survive these things, because the Most High say He's not going to destroy us from off the face of the earth. They look at those things and say, hey, you know, because they asked about her, you know, how was her lifestyle, you know, as a young child coming up, and she said,
It was tragic.
it was tragic, but. You know, but she survived it, so
yeah,
she
said
thinks
she tried to cope with it, with
Right.
laughing and all that stuff.
so. You know, our people think that hey, you know, even though it was tough, you know, I'm still at peace.
Right.
You know, they still don't realize their error in anything.
They rationalized their situation.
Right,
we get
right.
comfortable in hell.
Yeah.
There you go.
You endure it so much, you're like, I'm just used to it.
Right, and then they think those things are normal.
Me getting molested and raped at 5, and then I got moved. I've been in 24 different foster homes. My grandma got me at 2 months in foster. Then she lost me. I think I was around 2, so I was in foster care. Then my mom got me back. She won me back, and then she lost me again due to abuse. She abused me again, and she lost me. I had webs everywhere, like everywhere, purple webs everywhere. And then I got took away. That's when I was in foster care, and my first time ever getting molested, at least to my memory, that's the first recollection I can remember. And it's crazy with that recollection because that was something that I always will remember or think that I know exactly what happened. I will always think certain things to myself, like just on that particular age. I would think like, because I know exactly what he did to me. I remember him coming in the door. I remember everything. Me and my foster mom were just watching a movie. He walked in drunk. He had a cup of alcohol in his hand. And, you know, he pretty much, like, asked me to come into the room or whatever. And with me being 5 years old, you know, I'm not expecting this or whatever. So, like, he just grabbed me up and, like, covered my face and told me to be quiet and just did it. And it was just like blood everywhere. I was screaming. She came in. This is how the police was called. She came in and she was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He hit her. But I guess I found out later that they had already history of abuse problems in their relationship. So this is why she never cared about him continuing to do it. But like I said, I will have memories in my head of certain things as I'm getting older, and I'm like, why would I think these things if it didn't happen, you know? So then I went back and asked the caseworker, and she explained to me that all of this stuff was actually documented and stuff like that, and it's just crazy. It's like 5 years old.
And where did you like to go after the process?
Hey, get Sirach chapter 11 verse 29. I had mentioned it earlier. Sirach 11 chapter 29. This is why we have to make sure, like, when we invite people over, like we've been, you know, you need to make sure you know that person who you invite in your house, right? You need the scriptures we had brought out, Sirach 6 and 7, right? Prove a friend, right? You never know what that person is all about. You never know what their past is like. If they have pedophilia in their mind, things like that, right? You never know. So we have to make sure we apply these scriptures. Read.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains.
Many trains. You never know what his motives are, right? When they come into your house, if they're gonna steal from you or even try to rape your daughter, like that, right there, right? You never know. So that's why, especially the men, we have to make sure that we watch a careful eye over our daughters, right? The scriptures say that, right? We have to make sure we watch a careful eye over our daughters, even our sons too. We have to make sure we watching them as well, because hey, we don't want this to happen to our people, right?
Hey, officer, and that even goes back into how you treat your wife too, because notice she said that she found out that the foster mother, was dealing with it before, so the mother had the mindset of, oh, he dealing with her now, so I'm good. Like, she never said nothing about it.
Exactly. Hey, go ahead, play it.
But then I would go to, and it'll be another foster parent that likes to, rape and molest. Like, I was 7. I don't know if you can see these on my sides, but my foster dad, he actually duct taped me to a chair, and he pretty much screws in my ear, and then he pulled them out and like.
You put screws.
Screws. The small ones. He screwed them with a screw gun. He screwed them with a screw gun, and not all the way in, but he's just a sick fact. He screwed them in my ears, and now I have permanent marks here. They've been here ever since he did
He
this.
held you down or something?
He duct taped me to a chair. I was sitting in a wooden chair like this, and he duct taped me. He used to chain a gown, and he raped me on the bathroom floor, and to the point where I passed out. When I woke up, I was in the bathroom by myself with a puddle of blood. A whole puddle of blood.
At 7 years old.
7 years old.
I'm afraid to ask, where did your life go after 7 years old?
After that, I think I went to a lady, and then pretty much then that's when the more so abuse started happening. More and more abuse. It's like physical and verbal abuse, It's like I will always say, I want my mom. No, I went back to my mom. But I did go to a foster parent who she would like verbally and physically abuse me. I would say, I want my mom. She would hit me and say, you're never going back to your mom. And
so by the time age 7, she was already raped at least twice already. She already been abused multiple times, molested and all that, right?
Hey, look at that sister eyes too. Like, you can tell she don't. It probably plagues her. Like, her eyes are dark all around.
Right. You can't say that it doesn't have an effect on her life right now. What she's doing. This girl is a prostitute right now. Prostitute. So that plays a role what she has been through in her past life. All right. Go ahead.
With my mom, because she completed all of the classes and stuff like that. Went back with my mom. And then she abused me again. But years passed because I didn't get taken away till I was 10. And she abused me again. But she had already been abusing me throughout that time, but not loud enough to the point where the police are being called. Like, my mom would make me wear turtlenecks. Even if it was hot, I would have to wear turtlenecks, and I would have to wear long pants.
At some point?
I ran away.
You ran away?
I just ran away because I got sick of, it felt like they weren't doing anything.
At what age were you on your own?
11.
You ran away at 11?
Yeah.
And I got to say something on this, too.
Go ahead.
You notice how this is the system Esau set up. You're not doing no real checks on these people. How is she still going to... This is the system Esau set up.
Yeah.
This is what whoremongering and adultery get you. Our children in this system being molested and raped.
Mm-hmm.
That Esau set up. They want it like this.
Right.
If they don't want it to change, they want you to go into this system and get worse. Just like prisoners, you're supposed to be rehabilitated, right? Mm-hmm. But you come out worse.
And you heard the girl. She even said that too. That those parents that she had went to already had a background dealing with that molesting and raping. Go ahead.
Notice how. Go ahead, Soldier.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's funny how they already know that they have a history of molestation, but yet still it was okay to place the black girl with that family.
But here's the question: you think they sent a white child over there?
Well, hold
Hell
up.
no.
They took her from her mom for what?
Abuse?
Was it sexual?
No.
But yet still you took her and put her in a family who was known for abuse,
Yeah.
sexual abuse.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the logic of this man right here.
Baruch 4:15. Let's see about this interview.
Hey, notice how she never mentions a father.
Yeah.
Like a father has never come up. She said, "I screamed for my mama." What about your dad?
Never knew him.
Right. And that system that you talk about that Esau has, where they supposed to be doing checks, they're only checking to see if a man in the house. They're trying to get rid of him, push him out. You ain't got no man in here? All right, cool.
Damn.
Carry on. Do whatever.
What's that? A diligent inquisition where the Psalms 83. Hey, they come together in wise counsels. Hey, that's what it is, man, for real. To destroy our people. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 15. Bring it out! For yet brought a nation upon them from far,
A nation. Yes. The so-called white man. Come on.
a shameless nation,
He don't have no shame. Come on.
and of a strange language,
Come on.
who neither reverence old men,
He don't give a damn about your elders. Your elder, they cutting their pensions and everything. They don't care about your elders. Come on.
nor pitted child,
They don't what?
nor pitted child.
They don't pity your child. They see you going through all this and they gonna keep sending you back to the same household. How did she get back to her mama house? The one that's beating her.
That's right.
They don't pity our children.
Go ahead, play it.
I just ran away. That's when I started prostituting.
Start prostituting
Actually,
at
a
11
guy.
years
I
old.
met a guy, and he showed me that. He showed me that, like, I was running away, and he found me, and then he started like having sex with me and stuff, and then he just showed me to prostitute. And ever since I was 11,
Leviticus 19:29.
I was going to get that. Go ahead. You got it.
prostitute.
He showed his young sister how to prostitute.
Nah,
You know
this
what-
is a random dude.
Right, I'm saying
Okay. Well,
you're supposed to look at her like a daughter.
Right,
Come
right.
on.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter,
This nigga looking at him for a paycheck, a payday.
Right, get that money.
Come on.
to cause
Her
her.
say do not prostitute who?
Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore.
Why would she be looked at as a daughter? Sirach 42, is that 42? Be a father.
Rock 42 and 9 is the one that the father waketh for the daughter. You got to get that too.
Okay, get that. Go ahead, get that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter, when no man knoweth, and the care of her taketh away sleep, when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated.
So if her father was there in the beginning, wouldn't have these issues, right? Because the father gonna be having to care for their daughter, right? Making sure nothing going on with her. That makes definitely like this. He gonna be making sure that he ground her into these laws and commandments. You know, not being a whore, because the scriptures say we're not supposed to prostitute our daughter. Back in Leviticus 19:29, like you just had. You had that scripture.
Yeah, I found it now. Sirach 4 and 10.
4 and 10.
Hey, real quick too, officers are if there is a part 2 on this, we got to touch on that Krishan Rock sister.
Okay.
Cause she is, she all the way bugged out with this nonsense. Cause she not in this bad of a situation like this sister.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, when you look at her before and after.
That's the one here in Arizona, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think she in Arizona. But I'll show you.
Okay. Go ahead, though.
Go ahead and get that.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29.
Nah, he wanted this Rock 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Go ahead, get it. Just get it. Just jump to it.
Okay.
Come on.
I was going to reset it.
Okay.
Okay. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 10. Be as a father unto the fatherless.
Why do you have to be a father unto the father? Because you got young sisters out here like, but this nigga looking at her like a demon, a predator. How I can make money and prostitute a young. You don't look. It's the hatred we have.
All right.
We no longer look at each other as family. We see dollar signs when we see these young women. Oh, this is a sexual object. You rape a sister at 5 years old till she pass out.
How can I make a quick buck? It's crazy, man.
Or a quick, you know what?
Yeah. Go back to Leviticus 19:29.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
So if we prostitute our children, our daughters, right? Go ahead.
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
So the land, the whole community, right? All the people will end up falling into whoredom if we prostitute our daughter, right? Putting them in certain predicaments like this, right? If we don't have the house set in order, right?
And the land become full of wickedness.
So this is a cause and effect of having a broken house, right?
Yes,
a cause and effect in our broken house, right?
She said it without saying it that she had a pimp.
Yeah, she did.
She said he taught me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so that's we only got an hour, man. We only got an hour.
Hold
so
on. Could I get it?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey, get that for me. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 26.
Yeah.
We're going to read to verse 27.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 26.
Read it out!
My delicate ones have gone rough ways.
So let's listen to her story right there. That's a young sister. She been going through it since, what, 2 months?
No,
2 months.
No. It's been years for her, bro.
No, I'm
he's
saying she started
she was,
at 2 months.
Okay.
So the Most High said, my delicate ones, go ahead.
Were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children.
But guess what? Even though we've been through all of these situations, all of these predicaments, all of these curses and these trials, what the Most High says?
Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God.
So that's what we need to do. We need to repent and come back to the Lord. Go ahead.
For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
Because at the end of the day, the Most High ain't going to forsake us. Right. He's going to bring us out of these situations that we've been going through.
All right. Y'all had anything else?
Oh, sir, that's it.
Right.
That's why I got to do that one more. Isaiah 30 and 20.
All right, go ahead.
Why is it necessary? It's necessary for us to go out on these streets and teach our people, because it ain't no therapy going to heal that sister.
Right.
It's only one thing that's going to heal her, and that's the word of God. So come on.
Are there 30 and what?
20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 20.
Come on.
And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
Did we see she been drinking affliction? Come on.
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner.
We ain't the pimps. We not going to teach you sexuality. We going to teach you how to serve God. Come on.
Right.
Into a corner anymore.
Come on.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
That's what they need to see. They're real teachers, not her pimp. Come on.
And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it.
And that's Christ. That's the way we going to show them.
That's right.
That's right. So hey, all praise to the Most High. I probably need to do a second part. I got a lot more videos and a lot of articles as well. So can't fit all of it, especially in this 1 hour. So all praise to the Most High. Lord's will, y'all learn something. And especially if you got something going on in your house, make sure you fix it, get it together, right? Because it's gonna have a effect on your children for real, especially if you showing it right in front of them, right?
Whew.
So all praise to the Most High. Hey, make sure y'all tune in this Wednesday. Well, Lord's will might have the Power Hour Plus this Wednesday. If not, make sure y'all stay in the spirit, study, pray, and apply. Israel, shalom. Most High Christ bless.
Hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Most High.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize that.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.
is wrong.